Y'all remember when he had that 3-1 lead against the Suns?
Yeah.
And then in Game 7, when everybody say he was ball hogging and he refused to shoot?
One trying to rob.
Shut up! Before I bust a cap up in your ass.
Hey, yo, Shannon Sharpe, man, I need to have a conversation with you. We are not going to talk about LeBron James choking in 2011 and compare that to Kobe blowing a 3-1 lead against the 61-win Phoenix Suns when they were the 2nd seed and his team was the 7th seed, not favored. And the fact that he had Kwame Brown and Smush Parker, stop it, Shannon. Yo, I don't want to say that, but it sounds like you got CT if you're going to compare it. It sounds messed up to say, but something got to be wrong, bro. It's either you're lying through your teeth to protect LeBron or there's something wrong, and I think there's a diagnosis that's been going on with football players, and you might have it if you truly believe these are comparable. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this clip that I'm going to run for you, I ran to this computer when I seen this clip. I said, listen, I gotta talk about this, bro, because we are not gonna try to do revisionist history here and make it seem like anybody had the damn Lakers beating the 61 win team. And I think he was the league reigning MVP at that time. I think he won in 05 and 06 or 04, 05. I gotta check Steve Nash, but like I said, Steve Nash was at the height of his prime. They had 61 wins, a 2nd seed. And Shannon Sharpe is sitting there trying to, make it seem like it was comparable to have Kobe and him, obviously blowing a 3-1 lead, and comparing that to LeBron James being favored against the Mavericks in 2011. Like, stop it, bro. Like, we get it, bro. We get who you love, bro. We get it. You love this man. He paid you good. You lost some money. I'm sure maybe he upped the pay if you lost that money from messing with that little girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, a little teenage joint, a little young 20-year-old joint you was humping around with. We get it. But you ain't gonna lie to the folks, man. So if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe. Let's run this clip. This is crazy.
I remember Mamba mentality was selfish. That's what I remember about Mamba mentality, Joe. That's what they say.
It is.
That's what they say.
He took out
that. That's what y'all say. Y'all said it, chat. Y'all said it. Y'all said it. Y'all said it. I remember, and he didn't never get he got a little bit. Charles Barkley was really the only one that called him out. Y'all remember when he had that 3-1 lead against the Suns?
Yeah.
And then in Game 7, when everybody said he was ball hogging and he refused to shoot? That ain't none of my business. I don't even know why I brought that up. Y'all remember that, right?
Yeah.
Joe, they remember that? Joe, you think they remember that?
Yeah, they remember that. I know.
Because everybody brings up LeBron. They go back to, J.J. Burrell did this and Jason Terry. Jason Terry played out of his mind. Jason Terry could have easily been the Finals MVP of that series, though, Joe.
Yeah.
That's how good Jet was.
He was, bro.
But see, I do remember a lot of things that been said about Kobe. I defended him. Me.
Yeah.
But they ain't send me no checks though, so they didn't send me no checks though. But no, I think the thing is, look, everybody realized that you have to do a job.
Did Shannon just take a dig at the Mamba mentality? Listen, I know that Kobe shot a lot of shots, but the Mamba mentality is not about being selfish. It's, in fact, the Mamba mentality was about not taking the easy way out of things. Apparently, the guy that you vouch for, Shannon, loves to take the easy way out. Loves to run to the nearest exit when times are getting hard.
Tough is hard. And you got to stay together if you got the guts. And you don't find the first door and run out of it.
When his team is not performing well, when he sees another blooming superstar like Kyrie Irving and a #1 pick going to Cleveland, and he runs to the door. So the Mamba mentality is about not ducking smoke. It's about putting in the work, and it's not about chasing rings and doing it in a sleazy way. You made a G today, but you did it in a sleazy way. You did it in a sleazy way, LeBron. Kobe's Mamba mentality has nothing to do with chasing rings. It has nothing to do with team hopping. It has nothing to do with planted narratives all over TV. It's got to do with things that cannot be voted on. And that's rings. And that's going out and making sure you're competing and leaving it all on the floor every single time. tear your Achilles walking off because I'm a dog. I don't want to see them weak. Paul Pierce, he shit himself and he took a wheelchair. I tore my Achilles. I'm walking off because I have that mentality. I want you to know that you never will be better than me because I will outwork you. That's that Mamba mentality. Nothing to do with being selfish. Bro, yeah, like Charles Barkley did call out Kobe about it. But you know what Kobe did? He owned up to it. He literally owned up to it. He even went on, I think he went on TNT and had a conversation with Charles Barkley about the fact that he didn't shoot in that Game 7 and people were calling him a ball hog. And yeah, he admits, like, Kobe even admits in 04 when he lost, he's like, man, I didn't get this right. Like he was talking to Shaq about it. That little sit down that Shaq and Kobe had before, he passed. He mentions, man, 04, I felt like I didn't have the team ready. I felt that was on me. Like, that's what a champion does. That's what a dog does. LeBron James still never talked about that 2011 series. And if he did, correct me, because I never saw it. I never seen him talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But one thing we're not going to talk about is the fact that in 2010, this man decided to take his talents to South Beach with Dwayne Wade, who was a finals MVP, who was averaged 30 points the year before, Chris Bosh. They were going into there as a super team. Everybody was talking about LeBron James and the Miami Heat. Nobody was talking about the Lakers as a 7th seed. Are we freaking serious right now? Are we legitimately going to compare the two? Shannon Sharpe, this is a bad look, bro. We know how you felt. We seen the tweets. You said God, Jordan, and Kobe. Now all of a sudden, you talking about that 07 3-1 lead that he lost, as if people really sit there and look at it and say, bro, this is a blemish on his legacy. That team had no business being in the playoffs. Like, that is one of the teams where for a fact, if Kobe wasn't on that team, they are probably the last seed in the freaking West. And the fact that they're in the West and Kobe's dragging that team with no all-star support, no all-NBA players on that team, the fact that they're even in the conversation to be up 3-1 to a 61-win team is an accomplishment of its own. And we don't celebrate not winning, but at the end of the day, that team shouldn't have been there. And we both know that. And we both know that in 2011, everybody had the Heat win it. I don't think anybody I know said that Mavericks team gonna get them. And I'm not saying that the Mavericks team wasn't good, but at the time, you had a freaking 26, 27-year-old D-Wade, LeBron, and Bosh. Like, dog, you have Dirk, and then, like, of course, they had Kidd. Jason Kidd was old as rocks. That man is old as dirt. Jason Terry, like, he did his thing, too. Like, don't get me wrong, he even averaged more points than LeBron. And I tell you, that's one thing that we will never see when it comes to the Kobe being Bryant. He will never, ever in his life be outscored by a guy coming off the bench and playing less minutes in Jason Terry. We would never see that with Kobe, especially a 26-year-old Kobe, especially if Kobe had to go team up with two top 15 players, including one top 5 player. We would never see this man score less than 17 and 8 points and score 8 points in the NBA Finals game. 8 points at his prime at 26-year-old Kobe. Imagine a 26-year-old Kobe scoring 8 points in the finals, averaging less points than a guy coming off the bench. That's not happening, bro. So yeah, you could do all the comparisons you want. We seen this shit in real time. We were there for it. You can't change my mind. You can't sit there and tell me it's freaking raining outside while you pee on my leg. Nah, I was there. I watched Kobe play. I watched LeBron play. We seen the failures. We seen LeBron have meltdowns. It's okay. It's a part of his legacy. He got better after that. He got better, right? He got better. He worked on his jump shots. Jump shot got a little bit better. It ain't like Kobe's, but it got better. He developed a little bit of a post game. It ain't great, but it got better. He learned from that mistake. Everybody makes mistakes. It's cool. But we're not going to compare you choking in the finals to a team that's a 7th seed, not favored, by the way, to you being favored with a super team and you come up short. Stop it. Stop the bullshit. Stop the narratives. We ain't living for it. But that's all I got to say. If you're new to this channel, make sure you're hitting that subscribe. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Peace.